Hey guys, what's going on? It's Celestial Beings back with another video, you guys. Alright, so it looks like a jungle over there, right? Yes, it does. The tallest plants that you guys see are the tomato plants. Okay? And on this video I want to discuss a lot of the things that I did wrong gardening, which I know going forward for the future, okay? Alright, so here we go. The first thing that I did wrong. I left my plants in cups too long. Okay, being lazy. As soon as every plant had their second set of leaves, I should have already had my garden bed made so I can transplant it straight out of the cup after a second set of leaves into the garden bed. I let them get way too tall in the cups that you guys could see like a couple of updates back, right? That stunted their growth, I feel. Because the roots were wrapped all inside the cups. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, I had put too many seeds in the cups, so it was hard to separate them. And when I went to go plant some of them, like transplant them, some of them died because I had ripped too many of the roots apart. So that was mistake number one. Let's see, mistake number two, not building my goddamn raised garden bed in time. These plants had started to take off so fast that it was faster than what I thought. So I thought I had more time to build my garden bed, but really I didn't. And then I had other things going on as well. So the delay of all of that, I felt like stalled the growth in my plants. Even though they look great right now, I still think that for where we are in July, that some of them probably could have had fruit already had I did what I was supposed to do on time. So don't be like me. Don't stall what you got to do. As soon as them things seed and germinate and they get their second set of leaves, get them out of whatever you have them in into whatever they're gonna permanently grow in. Okay. Second mistake that I made, I did not make the garden bed deep enough. Okay. So originally I thought that was gonna be good for what I was doing, but I knew I had needed another. You see that right there? I needed another layer of those wood pieces. Okay. So I needed another 3 pieces of wood so that I can make it 6 to 7 inches deep instead of 3.5 to 4 inches deep. So essentially what I did was recreate the same problem that I had in the cup in my goddamn garden bed now. Okay, it was a little bit easier because the roots could spread all out across the bottom, but there's still not enough soil in there. Okay, so originally I had put worm casting in there. I had put all of my compost and everything in there, and then I had added organic soil and rocks for irrigation, like aquarium rocks. So had I made it deep right away, my tomato plants at the very bottoms where they're supposed to stem out would have been able to grab more nutrients, and I think it wouldn't have taken as long for them to get as big as they are. Okay, because remember, I did all of these things at the end of April. Like April 25th is when I seeded everything in the seedling trays. So April, May, June, July, we're almost 3 months in. Do you see what I'm saying now? That's the difference. Okay, so people is already harvesting already. I stunted my plant's growth, fucking around with time. I know next year. I know better for next year now. Okay, next problem that I had, okay, was putting in damn potato skins in my fucking compost. I thought that didn't put the potato buds, like the ends of the potatoes in there. But apparently I did, because all it took was for one potato bud to start like sprouting, and then all of them that were mixed in the compost started sprouting. So I accidentally put potatoes in my motherfucking bin. Potatoes are a bulbing vegetable, so eventually this is gonna fuck my roots up somewhere. This is why I said I have to make this as deep as I possibly can, about 7 inches, because those potatoes are gonna bulb under there, and I want to make sure that the tomatoes, because it's too late now. I didn't even realize what was happening at first, and the leaves and everything for the potatoes got really big, so I was just like, fuck it, I left them in there. And I was like, I'm just gonna make it deep and hope that my tomato plants survive, or that the roots move as the actual potatoes may start bulbing underneath. Okay. When they started to bulb, well, not bulb, but when the leaves started to sprout up for the potatoes, they started growing next to the roots of all other plants. So all my red pepper plants that's in there, the potato leaves started to sprout up and at the roots of a lot of my tomato plants. So Y'all, I done got stressed out. I done pruned this down to tone down the spacing that was getting like really crowded. So this is where my Segway garden came in through. Okay, so I kind of trellised that off right here. Let me get up. I'm being lazy. My bad, y'all. Alright, so here we go. So I took the shelving from my greenhouse and I trellised it off with zip ties right here all around, and I put hold on, let me move this up so I can see. Okay. In the middle is a small tomato plant. So everything that was still kind of small, that wasn't really getting too big in the garden bed over here, I moved over here, and hopefully that it, one, being in the ground, and two, having more space should go ahead and help these plants, because I didn't want to pick them out and trash them just because I needed space in my garden bed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, these are still growing. They just need more space and ability to get their own level of sun. So, because that was the second problem that I was having. Like, after all the things that I just told you guys, I was having an issue with the plants getting shaded because some of them were so big and some of them were so small. So most of these were shaded plants. All right, that was getting shaded by the tomatoes. Why is there a shadow on every there is a damn shadow on every spot I put the plant. You see that? Anyways, those are more tomato and pepper plants right here. And then I also added in some kale. I mean, not kale, okra right there too. So they said that mid-July for my area is the best time to start planting the okra and everything, so I did that. So those would sprout right here in that empty area. That's the potato plant. That's the tomato plant, and that's another red pepper plant. Alright, so yeah, I had to segue my garden down here because Jesus. I still have this bucket. Look at everything, look really green in there, right? Funny how the one plant that you don't really even think about grow the most. Alright, that's the one I told you that I think it's a tree seeds. I really don't know what it is, but I'm just letting it grow because it looks nice. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. My Segway garden. Alright. My lettuce and my cabbage and my kale. My cilantro and my basil. My pumpkin and squash plants. All of my tomato plants. Alright. All down here, I have my red peppers. They're all in a row. Down here. And then I have the cucumber. Then I planted two more. Those are green beans. The one that I had was started to grow a green bean, but then when it rained really bad here, like about a week ago, the rain was beating on them so hard that I lost lettuce. If you look right there, I had lost some lettuce, and I had lost my green bean plant. It snapped in half. I was pissed. So I just went ahead and grew two more green beans because it's hot as hell, and I figured, fuck it, they'll grow. Them things grew better than the one I put in the cup. That was another thing I wanted to see too. Putting them straight in the soil versus growing them in starter cups and things. I think next year I'm gonna put them straight in the ground. I don't think I want to do all of that starting them indoors and hardening them off. I understand the importance of doing that so that your plants could be kind of fully mature by the time the last frost date comes, so as soon as they get into the actual soil, they can just go ahead and continue the growth so you can get earlier production. I understand the method, you know what I'm saying, but I feel like the plant grows so much stronger directly into the soil. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already getting used to wind, it's already getting used to rain, it's already getting used to bacteria, all kind of things like that. So that's what I'll be doing next. Probably when I move. And if I don't move right away because of whatever the fuck is going on with COVID, next year my dog won't be allowed back here, and I'm just going to end up growing in the entire dirt. That's what I wish I would have did. I would have had so much more food to harvest. You see what I'm saying? But it's okay. Like I said, I didn't know how far I was actually going to go with this because this is my first time growing. And normally I kill everything that I used to try to grow before. So I didn't even know if this was going to be successful. So I didn't want to do this on a mass scale. But this was a perfect teaching experience for me. This taught me everything that I need to know about growing food. It taught me about the different type of soils for different plants. It taught me about pH balance. It taught me about irrigation. It taught me about pollination. I watched the damn seeds develop into the plants. I understand the language of the plants now, what the leaves do in this communication with the sun. I learned a lot. Okay. And even if I fuck this up right now and like nothing grows but my herbs and my tomatoes or some shit, I know exactly what I did wrong. So there's no way that I can fuck it up next year. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, luckily everything looks good so far. Everything keeps growing. And as I deepen the dirt, hopefully I'll go ahead and get some fruit harvest soon going on here. Some food production and not just leaf production. But, yeah. Alright, you ain't gonna catch me in the middle of the woods not knowing what the fuck to do. No. So, thank you to all the YouTubers that I follow for gardening. They gave excellent tips, excellent information about compost. You see this all compost down there. Thank you guys for helping me. And if I helped anybody out there, thank you guys for watching. And you guys have a great day.